man who watches windows. They say every town has its own urban legend. Ours was the man who watches windows, a shadowy figure said to appear outside your home after dark. No one knows who he is or what he wants, but if you see him, don't look away, and whatever you do, don't close the curtain. I was 17 the first time I heard about him. My friend James swore it happened to his cousin.
He was alone, playing video games. Looked out the window and saw a man standing there. Just watching.
James said the guy didn't move, didn't knock, didn't speak, just stared. His cousin blinked and the man was gone. But that night, the power went out, and when he looked again, the man was inside. Obviously, I thought it was just a campfire story, until it happened to me. It was a Thursday night. My parents were out. I was doing homework, music low, phone nearby, and then I got that weird feeling. You know, like you're being watched. I turned toward the window. There he was, a man in a dark coat, tall, thin, just standing on the lawn, facing me. I froze. His face was wrong, like it didn't fit. Pale, but not sick. Smiling, but his eyes were empty. I stared back for what felt like forever. And then I remembered the rule. Don't look away. My heart pounded. I didn't know what to do. I reached for my phone, slowly, without blinking. But as I grabbed it, it rang. The sound startled me. I looked down for just a second. When I looked up, he was gone. I laughed nervously, told myself it was a prank. James messing with me. I went to the window and shut the curtain. That was my second mistake. Around midnight, the house got cold, freezing despite the heater. I got up to check the thermostat and found muddy footprints in the hallway, leading from the living room to my bedroom. The door creaked open slowly. I picked up a bat from behind the couch and crept in. Nothing, but the footprints ended in front of the closet. I didn't want to look, but I had to. I opened it slowly, holding my breath. Empty. I turned to leave and saw him in the mirror, behind me. I spun around, swinging the bat. Nothing, just me, alone. Except the curtain was open again. It's been weeks since then. I moved out, stayed with relatives. But sometimes I still see muddy prints by the window, or catch a glimpse of a pale face in reflections. I even tried telling people online, but every time I post a story, I get the same anonymous comment. Don't close the curtain again. The Handsome Stranger and the Doll. Maya was used to being alone. After her divorce, she moved to a quiet countryside town to escape the noise of her old life. Her cottage sat on the edge of a dense forest, peaceful and isolated. The only real company she kept was Luna, her sleek black cat with golden eyes and a habit of staring at things that weren't there. Then came the stranger. He knocked on a door one rainy evening. Even soaked to the bone, he looked like he had stepped out of a magazine cover. Tall, elegant, with perfectly sculpted features that didn't seem real. Not a hair out of place, not even as rain poured from the heavens. His skin was smooth, pale like porcelain, but not sickly. His gray eyes held something ancient, like thunderclouds ready to crack. Maya opened the door halfway, cautious. My car broke down, he said, his voice smooth and low, like velvet soaked in wine. I was hoping I could use your phone. His smile could have sold dreams. It was the kind of smile that made you forget your own name. made Maya's heart skip, but not in the way that felt romantic. It felt manipulated. She let him in. Luna immediately hissed and bolted behind the couch. The stranger raised an eyebrow. "She's never done that before," Maya muttered. He looked at the cat with an amused expression. Animals are sensitive to energy. He glanced around the living room and paused when he saw the antique doll on the mantel, porcelain with a cracked smile and pale blue eyes. Maya had hated it from day one, but never got around to throwing it out. "That's a rare piece," he said, moving toward it. "Exquisite craftsmanship." "It came with the house," Maya said. "Creeps me out, to be honest." He leaned in closer, studying the doll like it was a long-lost lover. "They say dolls are vessels, perfect, empty little things, easy to fill." He turned to her again, and for a second, just a second, his eyes looked like they flickered, like candle flames about to go out. They talked for a while, or rather, he talked, charming, clever, asking deep questions. His words felt like silk wrapping around her throat. She didn't even realize how much she had told him until he stood to leave. Then he was gone. No car outside, just silence and Luna meowing frantically from under the bed. That night, Maya dreamt of the doll. It was standing by the foot of her bed, arms raised like a child wanting to be picked up. Its eyes moved. Its mouth whispered, "He's watching." She woke up breathless. Luna wasn't in bed. She found her downstairs, growling at the mantel. The doll's head was tilted, its expression slightly different, too smug. Over the next few nights, it moved, first to the kitchen, then to the couch. Then it sat facing her bedroom door. She threw it in the attic. She locked it in a trunk, nailed it shut. It came back. She burned it. The porcelain cracked and blackened. Its eyes popped with a tiny shriek. Its dress became cinders. Maya cried with relief, but Luna hissed at the window. A knock, same time as before. She opened the door. The handsome stranger stood there, pristine as ever. No rain on him, no mud on his shoes. He smiled, wider than any human should. "You shouldn't have done that," he whispered. Then he held up the doll, repaired, clean, grinning. Only now it had Maya's face, and next to him, in the shadows behind the trees, other figures moved, more dolls, all with human faces, all watching. She tried to scream, but a voice wouldn't come. Her body locked up. Her mind screamed, trapped, just like the doll. Now, in the cottage on the hill, the mantel holds two dolls, one old, one new, both smiling, and every now and then Luna sits and stares at them, waiting for Maya to come back.